Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? It's Monday morning, and we are back with Monday motivation. Both the kids are here to say good morning as well. So you say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Wave at the camera. Wave. 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 Right, ladies. So. How you all doing this morning? So we are on week 2 of Monday motivation, and as usual I have 3 exercises I'd like to share with you to help you engage with several things. Oh, I will read to you in a minute, baby. I will read to you soon. Here, get the butterfly, get the ladybird. So there's a couple of aims I have for us today. The first aim is to do with connecting with your body alignment, but also trying to connect and rebalance your energy center, including in the root, the sacral, and your solar plexus. Okay, so when you have when we have children, our lower 3 chakras are the ones that are immediately affected by the process and the experience, and a lot of growth happens in this area. And the growth is not just on an emotional level, but it's the fact that our body changes as well. So the first exercise we're going to do today is all about tapping into yourself so that you can begin to reconnect and realign with your new body. Now, I know some of you have got kids that have grown up, so you're thinking, hey, this body ain't new, but the point is that it doesn't matter what stage of motherhood you're at, and even if motherhood isn't really hasn't been traumatic for you, but maybe other experiences have happened to you that may have affected you, then this exercise can still be used to help you connect and develop and grow through those experiences. Okay, so we've got 3 exercises. The first one we're going to do is to connect your entire body as one. Okay, so not thinking of our abdominal area as a separate part from us. No, it's thinking about us as a whole. All right, so first thing I want you to do is just ground your feet. Make sure your feet are comfortably on the ground, and really start to think about drawing Mother Earth's energy through the heels up the legs. Okay, and really I'm just going to shut this window because I'm conscious that there's a bit of glare, and I want you to be able to see me properly. I hope that's better. So, ooh, there's still a glare there. It's all dark now, which is what I didn't want, but that's even a glare, I guess. Okay, so as I was saying, ground your feet. Just start to become aware of your breathing. These are short exercises for you to do to help you with your tummy. And once you've grounded your feet, I want you to, with your left hand, any finger, just place your finger in your navel. And I want you to just be aware of how you're standing. So if you generally tend to stand with your hips pushed up that, or even like this, because when we have babies, the strength of our hips tends to be compromised. So we're trying to rebuild that strength at the same time. So really, that belly button that you've got your finger on, I want you to push your belly button in, okay? So push it in, and at the same time, stretch out this tailbone. We're going to be talking a lot about posture. We haven't really talked about it much yet, but I will be doing a session on it because it's very important, especially after you've carried child and you've been breastfeeding. The whole posture kind of goes out of line. So we really want to work on that. So once you've pulled your belly button in, lengthen your tailbone so that your hips are not twisted down or twisted to the side. We want to try and bring those hips forward, okay? And that might mean adjusting the weight on your heels. So maybe you lean forward too much. So whatever it is, you need to just keep that energy shooting through the heels and keep yourself standing upright. And then once you've done that, we're going to start raising the arms and breathing simultaneously. So keeping the shoulders down, keeping the back exactly where you've left it, and breathing in and down. Breathing in and down. Now, it might feel like this is a really boring exercise, but for recovery, the movements are all about connection rather than speed and stamina, okay? So, like I said, keep that tummy button pulled in, using your finger if you need to. The tailbone is square, breathing in. Keeping your arms all the way up so that you're actually stretching your upper body too, but keeping the shoulders down. Keeping that lower body engaged. So I'm inhaling as I bring my arms up. And then I exhale as I bring my arms down. Now I'm keeping my feet flat on the ground, the energy is shooting up the legs, my tailbone, my hips are facing forward, they're not tilting. I'm keeping my chest up and again. So you should, through a simple movement like this, begin to feel an activation within your core and also beginning to feel an engagement, which we're going to deepen in a minute, with your pelvic floor essentially, because that becomes absolutely shattered when you have a baby. Couple more deep breath in, exhale, deep breath in, exhale. Good. Okay, we're going to explore that movement slightly more. Morning. And we're going to bring the arms out to the side now. The feet are still in the same position. They're still grounded. And now we're going to breathe in. So actually, start the hands here. We're going to breathe in. And then we're going to exhale. And what I want you to do is, unlike dancing where you'd kind of do this movement, we're not doing that. I want you to contract. Okay? And when I say contract, I want you to squeeze your inside bum muscles and your inner pelvic floor. Now, I never used to understand what pelvic floor muscle felt like because mine was always really strong and I was told strengthen your pelvic floor, but I didn't understand what that meant. So now I do. Now I have found it because it has problems. So what you do is, the only way, I know everyone says it's the muscle that you use for wean, but for me, the only way I can explain it to you, and I'm really sorry if this grosses you out, but when you feel stimulated or horny, for example, and just below where your sort of female genitalia area is where you would get stimulation, for me it's just before that. It's as if like it's just a really deep feeling which is kind of like between my bum and my pussy basically, like there's a muscle, and that's the muscle that you want to try and squeeze while we're doing this, okay? So you stand up nice and tall, hands here, we're going, breathing in, arms to the side, and then we're just doing a tiny little, and as you do that, you're squeezing. The main thing you want to do is squeeze from the downwards up, okay? And we're going to pull this in even more, okay? So we're squeezing in two directions. Belly button lifted in and up, and then your pelvic floor also lifted, squeezed up, okay? So we're doing like a double action, tightening and also connecting exercise here. So let's do that again. So standing up tall, feet are grounded. Just imagine the energy that you need shooting up through your heels, through your legs, Standing up nice and tall, the hips are square as we've already set them, and the arms come up. Inhale, and then you exhale. And release. And again. And down. And again. Even if you keep going, even if you find that quite difficult to do, it's just an exercise that the more you do it, the more you'll begin to understand your body, and the more it will begin to make sense. Okay, like I said, I also used to be like, oh, I don't know what pelvic floor is, but now I do. But it's this whole area we're trying to connect with. We're trying to get the energy going in the sacral, and we're also using the pelvic floor. We're also squeezing in at the solar. And also, if you've had a cesarean, you know, I've had 2 cesareans, so I've got 1 scar, but the first time I was opened here, the second time they opened here but cut me up here. So my numbness, so every time you have a cesarean, they cut you further and further up your uterus. So from the outside there's 1 tear, but internally obviously you're going to have more than 1. So I also have the numbness here. So for me, this area is really paramount, literally between my belly button to my womb space. Okay, so we're really trying to set the hips so that they gain strength, realign, and we begin to create sensation in the tummy muscles again. Okay, so let's do that entire sequence a few times. So we're going to start by breathing in with the arms all the way out. Exhale to the side. Hold it there a second. And down. And again. And down. And again. Standing up nice and tall. Chest is up. I want you to squeeze your pelvic floor, your abs, your belly button, and your bum muscles. I want you to just draw it all in. Again. Let's do a couple more together, and then I'm going to show you another move. So really begin to pull this stomach in. Yeah, this is very good for a weak bladder, 100%. And I am going to talk about some of the side effects that I've experienced from pregnancy. I had no health problems until I had a baby, and then all these other things started coming up. So we'll go through that another time. So let's just do it 2 more times. Ground the feet, heels on the floor, legs nice and straight, hips are straight, chest is up. And here we go. One more. Well done. Okay, so this exercise can be done if you're absolutely postnatal. It's completely safe, and this is something you can practice every day. And even if you're not postnatal, you can do that exercise every day, and the more you do it, the more it's going to help you. Right, so the next thing I want us to do is, we've so far we have engaged this muscle, so you should feel as though your muscles in this area have woken up a little bit. And if you're like me, I don't know if you have periods where your stomach just still feels sore, and it can get sore for no reason. And if I eat the wrong foods, I feel like my stomach gets even more sore. And I've been diagnosed with IBS. I don't know if I have IBS or not. I mean, okay, yeah, there are a couple of foods that trigger me, but I find that when I do eat certain foods, and if my stomach does get a little bit triggered, then my womb space really gets sore. And I don't know if any of you can resonate with that. So now that we're all activated, we're going to just tuck. Now this is a belly dance move. It's called a tuck, okay? And I want to just go deeper with this squeeze. So if I do it big, it's like tuck, 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 okay? But rather than doing a big tuck, 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 we're remaining grounded, and I want it to be more of a pulsy squeeze. Okay, so hopefully you can see some movement for me. I'm squeezing my glutes, and I'm just trying to get my that inner muscle that I was telling you about between like the bum and your honey, where you get the sensation. I want you to pull, pull, pull. Okay, so we're just tucking. So the movement is a belly dance tuck, but we're going deeper. Deeper, 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 okay? So I want you to you can have your hands by your side, on your back of your head, wherever you want. And I'm going to keep my hands here just to show you. But it's squeeze, squeeze, release. Okay? Keep the legs relaxed. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. I want you to feel as if you're drawing all of your weight and energy in and up, in and up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I'm squeezing, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now, if you can, I want you to also focus now on the muscles above your cesarean, for those of you that have had cesareans, okay? And if you've not had cesareans, that's fine. You can still just pull up, okay? So we're pulling up, up, okay? Not tilting the hips up, trying to, I'm going to come closer for this so you can see, because it's a really small movement. I want you to not tuck the hips up, I want you to I have to stop talking so I can concentrate on the feeling. Okay, so deep within here, I can feel the muscles where the cut happened. So you want to try and connect with that muscle. And if you have numbness, you might feel that you're not actually able to connect with that. Just the more you do it, the more it will happen, okay? And we're going to come on to some other tips that will help you get to that point as well later on in the week. So just squeeze. So wherever you feel that there's a discomfort in your body, because for me it's here, but for you it could be somewhere else, I want you to really pull the energy into that spot. So for me, I'm working on here. So I'm really trying to pull in and pull up. So just use these few moments to engage what's happening with your body. Can you feel anything? Can you not feel anything? Can you get any movement in that area, or can you not? If you need to stop and have a break and then continue, that's absolutely fine. So again, this is a really good exercise you can do any time of day. Alright, so if you put your hands on your hips now, just to give your hips that support, and make sure you kind of keep your thumb here so that you keep that pelvic bone straight, okay? And now do it again. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Well done. Okay, remember you can do that as many times as you need to. And again, that's perfectly safe for postnatal. And we're going to be talking about more tips to support you engage with that. So just give your belly a little massage, Monday morning massage. Give your belly some love, because that's all we really need to do, is to shower ourselves with love, and then that will make a huge difference. Right, so we're on to our, is that the time already? We're on to our third exercise, which is abdominal breathing. Okay, so this is a yoga exercise. We breathe in and let the belly expand, and then we exhale and we suck the belly in. So it's different to what we did last week. Okay, so inhale, bring the belly out. Exhale, bring the belly in. And again. Inhale and exhale at your own pace. Make sure your chest is up. You can do this one lying down as well. Try and move the belly gradually if you can, rather than jerking it, to help again build up those muscles. Baby!
Mama.
Look at Mama's tummy.
Wait.
I'm awake. Don't press anything. Baby, don't press anything. I'm gonna stand here. Alright, so we've come to like almost 8 o'clock. I don't know where the time went. That just went so quickly. So I'm just going to run through the 3 exercises as one, just one more time, and then you're free to practice them as and when you need to. Right, so let's go from the top again. So ground your feet. They should be about hip width apart, keeping your hip bone tilted, not like this, but tilted so that it's straight, okay? We want the tailbone to shoot down, basically, okay? And keeping the shoulders down, chest is up. We're gonna start by just doing the inhale and exhale with the arms up and down. Remember to push your belly button in and. Keep going.
Mama, guess.
5 more. Three. 2. 1. On to the next exercise, arms out. Contract in. Up. 5 more. Three more. Two. Last one. Well done. Just squeeze so that tuck, hands on your lower back, so on your hips, and squeeze the tuck. Tuck. Okay, but it's a slow tuck and it's an internal tuck. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the glutes so that it helps you to squeeze your pelvic bone. Squeeze your pum-pum, ladies. Just squeeze everything, okay? Whatever you want to call it. But squeeze and squeeze. Everything is still except my hips that are tilting forward slightly just to give me that squeeze and squeeze. Okay, now tilt your pelvis so that it stays there. Now squeeze. Squeeze in, squeeze internally. Squeeze up, squeeze up, squeeze up, squeeze up. If you can't find it, message me, I'll help you. Not physically. Just squeeze, ladies. Come on, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. Squeeze. Come on. Squeeze into any area that feels tough for you. Relax. Squeeze and squeeze. Really engage. We're almost done. And well done. Okay, and to finish, 10 abdominal breaths. Standing nice and tall, hands on my hips. Breathe into the belly. Inhaling, exhaling through the nostrils. Fully expand your belly. 2 more. Yes, baby. And give your tummy a massage. Well done. You made it. No touching, baby. Wait. I'm almost finished. I promise, okay? Right, so we're going to talk more about ways to help your belly recover through a technique that I'm just sort of showing you now. I'm going to go into it in more detail later. But just give your belly a little rub. You know, you've really worked that core, so just massage the skin so that any of you who have suffers with diastasis recti, you can begin to blend your skin. Blend your skin and your muscles so that there's a connection. Okay, so just do that for 1 second on both sides, and if it helps you to press on your womb space just to connect, and remember you can always then do this exercise, hold on to your womb, close your eyes and meditate, and I assure you, you will probably have a very powerful experience if you do clasp onto your belly, just sit quietly and just listen to what your womb is saying to you, because our body talks to us through intuition, through signs, through anything and everything. We have a deeper connection with our body than we are given credit for. So at the end of that practice, just placing your hands on your womb, having even just 2 to 5 minutes just quietly to just listen to your womb space, your body, your sacral chakra, I am sure you will hear the answers that you need to hear. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful week and let me know how you get on. Take care. Mwah.